Good morning, everyone. First, I'm ℙ𝕣𝕠𝕟 from PropCon. I hope you are all ready to make things happen today. I am so excited to share more about this incredible software with you. I've got some slides that is going to keep me nicely on track. So I'm just going to start with them. So today's agenda is going to start with the introduction and some basics of what PropCon helps you with. Then we are going to talk about PropCon Partnerships. There's a lot of agents here today wondering about partnerships. And even if you're not in a partnership, it is really handy to know how that works, because perhaps you've got a team member that you can partner up with, or you can see that it might work in your office. We are going to hop over to some live demonstrations of the things that you want to see. And then that will conclude our live Q&A. The introduction and basics, how PropCon was started. I think I wanted to start here because it's important to know why it was developed and how it was put together the way it was, for you to understand that this is not just another piece of software that you have to learn and hoping it's going to fix some problems, and then it ends up not doing that at all. So I'm going to start with a few questions. If you can relate, please type yes in the chat roll if you are watching this live, or if you're watching the recording, just note yourself if you can relate, if you've experienced any of these in your real estate career. Have you ever worried, really feel that gut-wrenching, panicky feeling about where your next sale is going to come from? You know that this is a long game. It's not an instant gratification. It takes at least 90 days for you to see the income of the sales that you make today. So if you experience that level of panic of wondering where the next sale is going to come from, then say yes. Have you ever experienced really good months where you have 3, 4, 5, even 10 sales, and then it plummets where you end up not having any stock, having to canvas again, and then having these dry months just to have some good months again, and then it tapers down? Have you been on that roller coaster? Have you worked with a buyer that took a lot of your time and energy, somebody that you showed everything on your books, someone that you lost track of, and then maybe a few weeks or a few days went by, you phone them about a listing, and they say, no, I already bought somewhere, and you ask them just out of interest, where did you buy? And they mention the address of a house that you have on your books. You just didn't make the match when you listed that property. That's a hard one, that one. Have you also listed a new house and you know you've got buyers? For the life of you, you know you've got someone, but they are saved as a random name with maybe a price or an address on your phone, and you just can't think who they are. Or perhaps they are written on a small piece of paper that got lost, or they're in your diary and you can't find it. Anything like that happened to you before? Then with sellers, have you put a lot of time and effort into evaluation? You've done your presentation. They liked it. You left. You got roped up with new admin, being very busy, and you forgot to follow up. And you see that that house is listed by another agent. Does that happen to you? Where it didn't occur to you to follow up at all. And you know, if you just made that call, maybe they would have said yes to you. And while we're on the topic of sellers, have you ever had a buyer and you made the match of a listing? It's another agent's mandate. You've arranged for access at that mandate for your buyer, but your buyer wants to see photographs first. And now you have to send them the link of that agent's listing on their own website or one of the portals saying, this is the house I want to show you. I've already arranged for access. Please don't phone that agent. Please speak to me. And for some reason, they phoned you, you didn't answer. Buyers aren't particularly patient, and they phoned that agent directly and you got excluded from that match that you made. That one happened to me more times than I can count, and it was one of the big reasons, together with this next one. These two big reasons was the things that just made me realize I have to start using a system. The second one was, have you ever driven past a house that you sold to people and they listed it with another agent? Just because you didn't stay in touch, you never wished them happy house anniversary, never wished them happy birthday, they never heard from you again after that sale was concluded. That one was particularly painful for me. Oh, and to end off, I want to ask maybe two more questions. Have you ever been really busy, very busy, like there's not enough hours in the day to get through all the stuff you need to do, but it does not translate to sales? So you're very, very busy, but you don't see the fruits of your labor. You're not sure if you're busy with the right things, if you are focusing on the stuff that's bringing in money, and you don't even know where to start focusing your time on. Is that something that any of you can relate to? And with referrals is that golden nugget. Are any of you still struggling to get referrals? First off, from the people that you sold listings to, their own homes if they want to sell again, as well as friends and family that they know. Have you made it easy for them to refer you, to reach out to you? And have you asked them for referrals so that you can get these amazing phone calls out of the blue telling you, I've got business for you? Anybody can relate to that? I see a lot of yeses in our section over here. And it's out of that frustration that PropCon was born, because I'm married to a super talented programmer, and I couldn't find a system that was easy to use, something that was built for South African agents, that doesn't have all the extra American, Australian bells and whistles, and something that was mobile and easy to use, something that was practical, where it doesn't take up a lot of time and space in my diary. So it was out of those frustrations, those initial ones, that PropCon was born. And then over the years, it's progressed to better workflows and more ways to streamline your business so that you can focus on the income-bearing stuff, where the money lies. Okay. Partnerships in PropCon is golden. So you can use your system on your own, have your own island with your own contacts and listings and property matching that takes place there. However, if you have a business partner or a colleague from the same company, or even an office, that is truly where you are all going to increase your sales. Because the buyer that is looking through your company is also looking at everybody else in the area. So if you can make more matches in-house, that is where everybody benefits from that. The first thing it helps prevent is the share deals, where you keep your sales in-house using a centralized database. Everybody's on one database and of buyers, and it prevents unnecessarily sharing commission with other companies. So one problem it solves. Second one is a faster turnaround time of selling homes, servicing your buyers and selling your sole mandates. So you can proactively share new listings with buyers instantly by SMS, email, and WhatsApp to speed up the sales process and the turnaround time. I've got a series about sole mandates where I talk about how I used my database as the hook to convince a homeowner that I've got buyers looking for their house. If you can tap into a bigger pool of buyers, you can show them, you basically have a wish list lookup in PropCon. You put in the area, the price, the bedroom, bath, and garages, and it will show in your system you've got 52 buyers looking for their exact home. You do that on your phone when you're there presenting the valuation. And that was the best way for me to get them to trust me with at least just giving me a month if they were reluctant. And when I load that listing, it goes off to all of my buyers and my colleagues' buyers as well. It gives you that competitive edge. So when you are able to show homeowners that you have a database where it's visual, it's not just promises, it's something they can see. And when you use these competitive edges, it's going to make you stand out from the other people that's also doing valuations. And the same with a buyer. That open mandate that your colleague has, other agencies in the area also has that open mandate. But if that match can happen in-house, you're going to get a portion of commission that you would not have gotten if they bought from another agency. So sharing a centralized database will make you your team market leaders in no time and offers clients something different and unexpected. A one-stop shop. Let me know what you're looking for. I'll send you everything we've got on our books. So that has really, really helped me to get more deals done. And then one of the last ones is your ability to communicate on scale. So you can stay top of mind by easily sharing bulk communication with your database by SMS, email, and WhatsApp. That is especially handy if you are a franchise owner or the principal of an office and you want to send a birthday card, a Christmas card to the whole database, or a holiday card or a newsletter. That's very easy. Or if you are an agent wanting to send something only for your clients, you search your name, it'll only show yours, and you send a bulk message to them. So that ability to communicate on scale is something that a partnership helps you with as well. So we are going to hop over to a live demo. We're going to go right into PropCon, and I'm going to look for any questions that you have about the system, something that you would like to see, and if there's anything about partnerships, understanding how it all gets put together, ask your questions away and I will show it to you live. If you are new to PropCon, please have a look at this trophy icon. This is the training series that is lovingly put together for you to help you understand how everything works. So go through these videos at your own pace because everybody takes their own time. Some people can go through it very quickly, others need a bit more time. And that is why we have the free trial period. So you can get to know the software that we've developed and see, does it resonate with you? The other section not to miss is this help section. It's going to open it up in a new tab and type in WhatsApp, and you will find every video that has to do with WhatsApp. So you can have a look using a keyword, or you can have a look at the category. So if you want to know more about partnerships, in this partnership section, this is where it shows you how to create a partnership, the steps, and how you get others to join in that partnership. So you watch this video, I think it's about 7 minutes long, and it shows you in detail those steps. Why would a partner want to share their stock but not their contacts? What's the benefits there? All right, Janine, good question. Just going to stop the screen share for this one quickly. So in PropCon, you've got those two options. You can create a partnership and say everybody in this partnership has access to each other's contacts, access to each other's listings, or both. First prize is to have both, because then you are going to get more matches in-house. However, some companies have open selling areas where you can market everywhere and where agents can list the same listings. It's like a first come, first serve basis. Most of those agents opt for access to each other's listings, but not each other's contacts, because it's usually politics that are involved with that. The best way to navigate that is to work with people that you trust, number one, and also work where there is hard and fast rules for commission splits. If you want more guidance, send me a message. I've got a Word document of some guidelines that you can use that works really well in companies. The idea of this partnership is that everybody wins. So let's use an example of access to each other's contacts and listings. What will happen first of all is on your contact screen in PropCon, it will show everybody in that partnership, everyone. So if you've got an agent from another agency wanting to bring a buyer through one of your mandates, you can go and search if you don't already have that buyer on your books. So that helps you where you don't have to unnecessarily share commission. If you've got a listing, your listing page has everybody in the office's listings in there. So when you load a buyer and you load a wish list, it'll match up with all the listings in-house, everything that your colleagues also have. And based on your rules that you set out within that partnership, if your buyer buys one of the listings, you share commission. One obvious question is, what happens if we both work on the same listing or both work on the same contact? A rule works well that whoever lists that listing or that contact within the last 24 hours owns that listing and contact. If that buyer inquired at 2 agents or 3 on the same day, you have one buyer, but you can add other agents to that buyer. Okay? Anybody that you have in a partnership, you can add them. I'll show you how that works. The same on a listing. You can add more agents to a listing. And on those landing pages, all of your contact info will show at the bottom. What happens if I have stock but no matching clients, but my partner has a contact match? Who gets the match? The one who listed it or the one with the matching client? So also a good question, Jenny. If you have, so you said you have stock but no, you've got the listing, but you don't have the client. So when you go to a listing, it'll show you, it'll match up with everybody's contacts that are in that partnership. The matching takes place if those buyers want to view. We usually work the same way we would with other estate agents from other companies. Once my buyer wants to view my colleague's listing, I ask them, listen, my buyer wants to view this house of yours. Are you happy with the 50-50 split? Or if it's a brand new mandate, maybe your rules in-house says if the mandate is within its first month, then only a 20% referral commission will be paid. Now, with these commissions and sharing, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea because it's only painful if you are the one having to give away a portion of your commission. But trust me, you're also going to be the one that gains a portion that you did not bargain on. So it's a give and take scenario when you work in a partnership. Your goal needs to be, I want to sell properties quicker. I want to service my buyers better. I want more sold boards so that we can get more phone calls and more listings in the interim. So if you have a bigger picture view and you want to just capitalize on pooling your data together, that is what partnerships helps you with. So before I move on, I want to show you around some of the questions that was raised and just show you how it works practically. Felice and I are in a partnership. So when we go to our contacts, all of our contacts are pulled together. Leandra and Felice. So all of them are pulled together. This search bar is a little bit more to the right, but you can drag and drop and move it up. You can change the layout of your landing page. I can then look up Felice to see all of her contacts. If I open up one of her contacts, and I make any changes on this contact, everything that happens to this person gets kept in logs right over here under view. So we have incredible layers of transparency in PropCon, so that whatever you do, it's going to tell you who did it, what was done, and there's a date, and you can't delete these logs. If, however, I do something that I should not be doing and I end up deleting this contact, Felice will get a notification and an email letting her know that I've deleted her contact. So don't do stuff you shouldn't. Let's just take, don't lie. Okay. Let's pretend we share this contact. I click here on plus and I add my name. she will get a notification that this took place. Let me show you that. The switching is only for me. This is if you don't pay your own monthly fee, the person who pays your monthly fee can switch into your profile. So nobody is able to switch into their colleagues' profiles unless you pay for their systems. I'm in ℙ𝕣𝕠𝕡𝕟 system now. She got this bell notification. It says added as a contact agent. Leandre was added as an agent on this contact. And if she clicks here, it will open up Dennis. So everything that takes place is listed in detail under your notifications. See if it's going to pick it up without my E. There we go. I can click on bulk and I say WhatsApp, and it's going to open up WhatsApp so I can send one to everybody that belongs to me and that are opted in. So that is how it works. There's scripts that you can use, a lot of awesome scripts. You choose your script, it adds it in the box, you send a test to yourself, and then you end up sending it to every client, and it makes it out to them by name. Listings the same. All of your listings will show. This listing belongs to both me and ℙ𝕣𝕠𝕡𝕟, this one to me. So at a glance, you can see who's the owners. And if you need to search, you can choose a grid view, and you've got the same view as I did with my contacts. And this is where you can scroll to the section where it says agents, and you can search for your name, and it will only show your own listings. There we go. And of course, move this if you want to bring it up closer. Okay. Work together with the agent. Can we have one profile for both of us and sync all our data? ℙ𝕣𝕠𝕡𝕟, now I understand your question. With PropCon profiles, there's space for only one telephone number, one email address. So yes, you can have one profile. You add in a photograph of both of you, maybe back to back, and you choose whose telephone number and email address you're going to use. However, if you both use your own contact details, where it's not that type of 50-50 partnership, then you're going to need two profiles with a partnership to link up your data. Okay. Awesome, Winnie. Okay, so I'm going to finish up with some last slides, just a quick recap so you can all feel like, okay, makes sense. The last one is the winning workflows. Go and have a look at this winning workflow of Sharon Mattison. That's going to help you really close more of your buyers that's already on your books. Step 1, bulk import your contacts, or go into your email history, forward those email inquiries to PropCon. Step 2, send that bulk WhatsApp. There's a script in that video. And step 3, sit tight, because you are going to get a lot of people wanting to view properties, wanting to make some changes, engagement, communication. And then the other winning workflows are about other topics, and I constantly add new things there. To recap, please use technology for better systems and more consistency, because then you're going to see that in your sales. 2, focus on building quality relationships with your clients. That is the key. That is what the top producing agents do. They've got quality relationships with numerous people. And the only way you can do that is when you use technology to be able to keep track of all those moving parts. Use reminders, use scripts to save time. Get a competitive edge and make sure it is visual so you can show it to people that your marketing material is beautiful, and use partnerships to tap into more buyers and impress more sellers. And the last one, expect the discomfort. It is hard to learn something new. It is uncomfortable. We don't want to learn something new, but it's in that discomfort that you are growing and learning. And when you do new things, you're going to see new results. So with that in mind, I want to thank you for your time. I'm going to have a look and see if there's any final questions. If you are still here online while I'm waiting for final questions, I'm going to copy my business card for you in that chat section so you can look it up. If you are watching this recording, I will link it below. Click on that, it will open up in a new tab, and go and look at some of the ideas that's on there for you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where I load regular videos on there. Look at our help section that we also keep on helping you stay at the forefront, helping you with new stuff. I hope all of you found this really useful. It was a pleasure putting all of this together. I love what I do. I was an agent for 10 years to learn all of these things, to teach it to you and to help you with practical systems and ideas and ways on how to use that. So in PropCon, use the free videos to get to know your system. Start using and implementing it. And if you want to take it up another notch, you can book a one-to-one strategic marketing session with me, where we're going to detail of your target market or your goals. We work out specific scripts. Yesterday, I helped an agent with valuations. So it depends on your needs, but if you want more in-depth help, especially when it comes to PropCon, marrying that information with a practical tool, then I'm your girl for that. Wishing you all a wonderful day further. Bye.